Let's say you're dating someone and suddenly they become much busier for some mysterious reason. She's taking longer to reply to your text messages, or she told you that she's really focusing on herself or on her work right now. Maybe she's gone so far as to tell you that she needs more me time or a bit of space. It's possible that you have fallen into a common but totally avoidable dating trap. And fair warning, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything in this video, because just like any other medicine that tastes awful going down, it's gonna make you feel a lot better in the long run. There is nothing that will turn the person that you're dating off quite as quickly or reliably as being too clingy. I've seen it happen time and time again. Men and women who have so much going for them ruin a relationship before it's even had a chance to take off, or they ruin a perfectly good relationship by developing an overly needy energy towards their partners. In this video, I'm going to share 5 signs that you're being clingy in your relationship. And of course, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can rebalance the energy and reclaim a healthy dynamic. Because no matter how far along down the rabbit hole you've gone of desperation, it is totally possible to reclaim your power and balance the scales. The most important thing to remember is that the person you are dating can feel this energy. If you're clingy, especially in the early stages of dating, you're sending the person that you're dating the message that you aren't the prize, that you're desperate for them to like you, and that they're doing you a favor by being with you. And nothing kills infatuation faster than desperation. And it's also true that they can feel when that energy shifts in the other direction, when you start acting like you're the prize. Be honest with yourself while you're listening to these 5 signs. Number 1, you keep your schedule open for them. If you find that you're sitting around with an open calendar in case they're free to hang out, then this is a telltale sign that you're probably sending someone clingy energy. Of course, it's nice to make seeing the person that you're dating a priority. But if you used to see your pals a few nights a week and now you're avoiding making plans or working late in hopes that you're gonna get to see that someone special, that energy is clingy. People can feel when you're organizing your life around them, and it doesn't feel good. It's not an appealing quality. This energy will seep into the time that you actually do spend together and will create an imbalance in your dynamic, which brings me to the second sign. Number 2, you constantly seek validation. Now look, we all need emotional validation. That is just human nature, and anyone who tells you otherwise is lying. We all want to feel seen. We want to feel heard, appreciated. This is a perfectly normal part of any healthy dynamic. But if you find yourself always checking in with the person that you're dating to make sure that everything is okay, then you might be picking up on a deeper issue. Like, are you constantly worrying about when the next text is gonna come in? Do you find yourself reaching out even if you don't really have a reason or anything to say? It might be because you are just looking for validation. And this comes off as, you guessed it, clingy. This unhealthy type of validation seeking can also come in the form of needing constant verbal confirmation that the person that you're dating is having a good time or that they're enjoying the sex that you're having. And again, of course, check-ins are nice, check-ins are vital, but it is important to be honest with yourself about whether you're doing it to be considerate or if you're doing it to ease your anxiety. Which brings me to number 3, you're losing yourself in the relationship. This tip is so important, especially in the early days of dating. New people tend to take up a lot of the real estate in our minds. But if you find that you are constantly thinking about this person and it's taking over other elements of your life, that's when you know that you're getting into clingy territory. If you're spending less time with friends, if you're losing track of your responsibilities, or you're neglecting your hobbies and the activities that used to make you feel happy and connected to yourself, then this person is taking up all of the space and they're probably gonna feel it. And it's probably gonna feel pretty suffocating. Number 4, you ignore the red flags. If you are just blowing past those red flags, then you are probably being clingy, and here is why. When you ignore the red flags, the signs of misalignment or incompatibility, then you are putting the person that you're dating on a pedestal. You're seeing them as you wish they could be, not as they actually are. And because you're actually falling for the projection of a person and not the person who's in front of you, you're creating an imbalance and, quite frankly, a unrealistic fantasy inside of the relationship. Because if you're being really honest with yourself, you know those red flags are there. You're just choosing to overlook them because you hope that they're gonna disappear once you have finally proven yourself to this person. Like, for example, maybe the red flag is that she doesn't text you back soon enough. As soon as I prove how amazing I am, then she's definitely gonna respond faster. Or maybe the red flag is she has a hard time keeping plans and she flakes. You might think to yourself, well, when I take her out on the best date ever, then she's going to want to see me all the time. The energy you're putting out there by thinking like this is that you aren't enough as you are, that you have to prove yourself to this person, and that once you do, things are going to be different. And that is clingy, like incredibly so. But more importantly, it's a form of self-abandonment. And if you do it long enough, then you're going to start to lose sight of what a catch you are just as you are. Which brings me to my last sign, number 5, you lower your standards. You know how you want to be treated by the person that you're dating, but maybe you find yourself letting things slide. You hide your feelings because you hope that they're gonna come around and eventually give you what you want. Believe it or not, this is actually another form of clinginess. Energetically, you are telling your partner that you aren't someone who can stand up for and take care of yourself. And this means that the responsibility falls completely on them. It means that because you won't take care of yourself, the expectation is that they will take care of you for you. And this feels suffocating. Not to mention that it isn't at all attractive. Now look, we have all found ourselves acting a little clingy from time to time. So if you see yourself in one or more of these signs I just listed, just know that it happens to all of us, to the best of us. We are human. The thing about clinginess is that when you boil it down, it always comes from a place of insecurity. And the only way to take care of the problem is to create a higher sense of security and self-worth within yourself. In The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz, he says, imagine that you have a magical kitchen. It's a kitchen that you can go to at any time and it can just instantly produce all of the most magical food you could ever imagine, whatever your heart desires. And then someone comes along and they offer you a pizza. But in exchange for that pizza, they need you to act exactly how they want you to. Or in exchange for that pizza, you get the impression that you need to change who you are or what your standards are. That wouldn't be a very appealing option, right? Because you have this magical kitchen. So you might say like, yeah, I'll try this pizza, but at the end of the day, you don't really need it, right? But the thing is that if you grew up like most of us did in a household without a magical kitchen, where all of your needs for love and attention and connection were not met all of the time, then you're hungry. You don't realize that you have a magical kitchen at your disposal, or you haven't even made one yet. So when someone comes along and offers you pizza, you're like, yeah, I'll take it, whatever you need from me. Tell me how I can get this pizza. I just want to be fed. Right? So in this analogy, the magical kitchen is your own endless well of potential self-love and self-acceptance. I'm not saying that you should already have this built, but just know that it's an option for you. So when someone comes along and they offer you pizza, but it's got all these other conditions on it, you probably take them up on it. And not just that, but you'll probably be unwilling to let that go because you don't know when you're gonna get more pizza again, or if there's anything out there, if someone else is gonna offer you sushi. So you end up clinging onto that pizza because you are so hungry. So just like the people that you date can sense that you're really hungry and that turns into clingy energy, they can also sense self-valuing and secure energy. They can also feel when you have that sort of magical kitchen built inside of you and you won't put up with crappy pizza. And this is the energy that is sexually magnetic. In order to get that, you must invest in yourself as much or more as you invest in any relationship. The thing about being clingy is that you shouldn't change your clingy behavior just to be more attractive to other people. You should change it because it isn't nice to yourself. Take that energy that you're pushing into the other person and aim it back to you. Remind yourself of what you have to bring to the table. Because here's the harsh truth. People are not attracted to partners that bend over backwards for them all the time. They're attracted to people who have full and rich lives all on their own. And they're excited by the idea of sharing a bit of that. So focus on what makes you feel fulfilled and what makes you feel excited outside outside of your relationship and put more energy into that. And this might be tough love from me, but be honest with yourself. Are you clinging on to this person because you feel like you have something to prove, or you might not ever find another person to love you? Because if that's the case, you're actually going to be trapped in an unhealthy dynamic. I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes plenty of people are attracted to clingy people because they want to use them. Sometimes we cling on to unhealthy relationships because we both have trouble with self-esteem. Sometimes we cling because they mirror the unhealthy relationships of our parents or the people who we grew up around. But no matter what the reason is, if you think that this might be true for you, please remind yourself that it isn't the person you're crazy about. It's the fact that you feel like you get to prove something to them and maybe feel loved in a way that you didn't get at home. If this is the case, don't get me wrong, there is still hope to rebalance this relationship, but that will only happen when both people are equally down to put in the work and make that happen. And if the person that you're dating isn't even replying to your texts, it might be time to let them go and focus on rebuilding yourself. I mean, think about the really healthy, secure relationships in your life, the people who make you feel loved and appreciated. Are you clingy with them? Probably not. And if the answer is no, then maybe you're better off finding someone who can give you that security to begin with. And I guarantee there will be a person who makes it clear that they want you. And when that happens, you won't feel a need to cling on to them. You'll both be in this relationship equally, and that's something worth holding out for. So remember, no man is an island and no one builds that magical kitchen on their own. If you want a personalized plan to tackle this or any other issue in your sex and relationship life, I'm only a couple clicks away. Me and my team of certified coaches offer personalized sex and relationship support, and I've included the link for you to check out our coaching options below. I'm Caitlin V, and don't forget to subscribe for weekly videos, and I will see you here next time. Bye-bye.